Shalom Acres. Me and little Rachel here hanging out, and I guess I saw something today that kind of struck me as, I don't know, kind of funny, but at the same point I thought it was worth talking about. We live in Arkansas, and I don't know if all states are doing this, but I saw that they are getting ready to, effective January 1st, make it illegal to buy certain things for, I guess, the health and care of your livestock, specifically around pneumonia, scours, those types of things. And maybe I'm just not really in touch with the whole thing that's going on. A lot of you may know about this, but I saw that today and I thought it was real interesting because the farm and feed store had a big table of it and, trying to sell it off before the end of the year. It looked like they were trying to, I don't know, kind of get people to stock up on it. And I thought to myself, that's so interesting, specifically on scours, because in the past few years, my wife and I, we've been reading different books. So this is one, a complete herbal farm handbook for farm and stable. I'll just kind of flip to the text here as far as the context. And it talks specifically about treatment for sheep, goats, cows, horses, poultry, sheepdogs, bees, just a variety of different things. And I'm not saying this book is, is the best book, but it really got me and my wife thinking a lot about, why are we doing, for our family, we try to do as much herbal type things as we can. Why would we not do the same for our animals? Especially because, those are the things that we're going to end up consuming into our body and if we keep ourselves healthy. So, that's one book. And then from there, it got us thinking about, well, maybe there's some different things that we can do. And this is another book that we've got. And this also talks about, lots of plants that are out there. Kind of got us leading into how do we want to raise, or what plants do we want to raise, so that way we can always have certain things available on our homestead. And I'll kind of go back to this book here for just a minute, caring for your livestock, and also going to the conversation around scours. Years ago, when we first got our first bottle calves, we had problems with scours. And I remember somebody saying you have to give them this one liquid. It's kind of reddish in color. You mix it with their formula, and after a few days it'll go away. We were stupid. We didn't know anything better, very naive when it came to that. So we gave that to them. And I'll be honest, overall, it worked on 2 of the 3 calves that we had. But the one, really didn't have it that bad, so we weren't sure. So we didn't give it to it, and then it ended up later on developing scours, and then we ended up having to give that to that calf later. So I guess, it did work. But I think the part that really helped me understand more was 2 years ago when we got some additional calves. Some of them had scours. But instead of going back to that red medicine, which I don't even remember what it was called, we just went out in our back pasture and dug up blackberry root. So we took blackberry root, basically steeped it, made kind of a tea with it, and then we used that to mix with a simple electrolyte solution or a little bit of a non-medicated milk replacement. We did both because they were a little dehydrated, so we did that for them, as far as basically gave them kind of like a Gatorade type solution. And it was amazing to see within 24 hours it was completely done. No medicines, no nothing, just went in our back pasture, dug up some wild blackberry root, and it fixed scours. And we've talked to other people since then. They've used it with their animals, and it's just amazing to see how wonderful blackberry root is as an example of how to, through a simple herb or a root, you can fix a problem that there is a medicine for. And I wouldn't be surprised if somewhere in there they probably just have that blackberry root ground up into it, or some synthetic thing that is trying to mimic what blackberry root does. Anyway, here's 2 books that got our family thinking. We've got several more, but these are the 2 that initially got us going on herbs for the house and for our homestead. So hopefully you'll enjoy reading these books as much as we did. Challenge your family to just think outside the box, especially as they continue, it seems like, to take more and more away from the medical front. Thank you from Shalom Acres. Appreciate you sharing our videos with others. Have a wonderful day. Shalom.